Welcome back to Big A Vapes. Today we have a special one for you, the ICLEARX.1. And then I'm going to be doing a review on the Kanger AEROTANK. And I'm going to be comparing the AEROTANK to the Nautilus. So we have here the ICLEARX.1. Now, I would compare all three against each other, but this one's not adjustable airflow. This one is a dual coil setup from ICLEARX. And I don't think it's a bad looking tank. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got iClear on the tank real big. That's kind of, I don't know. Either you like it or you don't. Removable drip tip, really nice. It vapes nice. It has a very airy draw. But works great. I would definitely recommend this. It's very light. And it does have a Pyrex tank and it's stainless steel. The only thing I don't like about it is when you screw off the base, it feels very cheap. Like the threads are real thin. Kind of, I don't know. I just don't like it. I even think the way the Pro Tank's set up, I think it's better than this. But for what it is, it vapes really well, and it looks pretty badass. Now the second one on the chopping block is going to be the AEROTANK from Kanger. Now my buddy sent me this one and the iClear both to do a little review on, and his name is Hunter. Shout out to Hunter. And here is the Kanger AEROTANK. Now I think the Kanger AEROTANK is put together way better than the iClear. It looks way more badass. Still the adjustable. It's a dual coil setup, very similar to the iClear, but I just like that brushed look. I think that looks very sleek and very badass. I think it's pretty sweet. Now, for those of you who saw my Aspire Nautilus tank review, you know how that airflow works. That's actually, if you want to go back on it, that's actually a little turn thing, and you get different holes. But the AEROTANK works a little different. It has a ring, and you can really fine-tune, adjust the airflow. Which, I mean, honestly, I think this is a lot better design. I think it's a lot better design on the airflow than the Nautilus. But I would say the Nautilus definitely takes it still on the airflow. So the AEROTANK's air adjustment is actually pretty cool. And the dual coil in this is I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I would take the iClear dual coils versus this one any day of the week, and the Aspire dual coils definitely work a lot better. You get more vapor production out of both of the other ones, and the flavor is both better than this one. So really, the tank works fine. The heads, I think, are going to be the biggest problem. And those have seen the Pro Tank 3 and think they're the same exact heads, and not everybody's very impressed about those. So, I would take the other ones over this one in performance, but this one to me looks and feels heavy. Feels well built, feels heavy. It's very nice looking, very sleek. It's badass looking. So I would take this one in looks any day. But as far as performance goes, I mean, if this was a not adjustable airflow, the iClear would kick its ass, hands down. The airflow definitely throws it off, though. The airflow is really nice on this thing, and it works really, really, really well. So, the next question would be, which one do I prefer? The Nautilus versus the Kangertech? Well, I would say, the Nautilus holds more juice than the Kanger. So the Nautilus wins that one. They're both removable drip tips. They're both Pyrex glasses. The price point's going to be big there. The Kanger is going to run you around $15, $16 right now. As it gets older, it's going to get cheaper. The Nautilus still is, still that $30, $35 when it first came out. It's still pretty expensive. Do I think the Nautilus is worth the money? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt, it is worth the money. It's a very good tank. The heads in there are very solid, well built, and the flavor production and the flavor on the Aspire is the best I've ever had compared to any other tank. But the AEROTANK definitely looks cooler. I like the price point, but the thing is, if you just can't perform like the big boys, then you just can't do it. You know, it's a badass design. It looks really cool, but what's a badass design if it doesn't work that well? So as far as the battle of the adjustable airflows, even though the Aspire is more expensive and that's its probably only downfall, the Aspire takes the AEROTANK all day, every day. And really, the Aspire is going to be tested by the new AEROTANK Mega. So we're going to see that one whenever that one comes out. But as far as right now, the Aspire holds its ground and takes the AEROTANK all day. So my final word on everything is the AEROTANK, is it worth the money? It's a cheaper tank. It works fine. If the coil heads were better, it would be a better tank. That's my downfall. Is it worth the money? Sure, what the hell. If you really want something that looks that cool, it works well. The ICLEAR, worth the money. It's around $16 on eBay. Hell yes. If you're looking for a clear miser without an adjustable airflow, Pyrex, stainless steel, all that dual coil, it works really well. The coils in here are very nice. I like the way they work. Works fine. Never a miss hit. Sometimes a gurgle, but that's going to happen. The adjustable airflow really helps out with gurgling. This one not having adjustable airflow, it gets the airflow from the 510. It's going to be an issue. The Aspire Nautilus definitely takes both of those. It takes any other thing that I've ever tried. It is still the best. But the other ones are very cool to have. They look pretty cool, and the iClear works nice. So anyway, shout out again to my friend Hunter. He taking care of me and letting me borrow his stuff to review. And up next on the chopping block is going to be the Mini Pro Tank 3. So stay tuned in for that one. So as always, everybody keep vaping and keep watching my videos.